Walker, you know that the title of this video cannot be that long, and this is the DLC, and you have to take this seriously, and I cannot believe that this is the first video that you're making. Alright, welcome back to Age of Wonders 4, everybody. I'm Walker, and here we are on We Play Games, continuing our Bug Hunter series. If you don't know what's going on here, this is going to be sort of like a tongue-in-cheek exploration of some of the bugs that I think are existing within the autoresolve. Hopefully we'll come up with solutions for them. I do have a solution, for instance, for the double stun, or, air quotes, double stun bug that we discovered and described in the other video, and today we are going to be kind of putting up a big warning sign on the champions at the moment, because there are some pretty serious bugs in regards to their auto-resolve, and then we're also going to have like a conversation about why I think that ruler auto-resolves are sort of one of those things, like the invulnerability auto-resolve, that really do need some dedicated time put towards them. I do not mean to sound unsympathetic to the requirements of like running a firm, but I do firmly believe that if you took like a focus group of 40 casual players of Age of Wonders 4 and you asked them how they approach the game, that the vast majority of them would say, I click auto resolve first, and then if I lose too many things, I click retry. So that's like kind of why I make these videos, is that like I think that auto-resolves being better is good for basically everybody except for the handful of people who exclusively do manuals, and those people are going to have fun either way, because like, the AI is ultimately never going to be perfect, and that's not the goal of these videos. The goal of these videos is to make it so the auto-resolve doesn't hurt those 40 people in that focus group, and right now those people are getting steamrolled by what is going on here. So the new champions, let's just load something up, Walker. You can just like show it live. That's cool. Alright, so what are we doing here, Walker? Well, we're exploring the new champion ability. So in the olden days, Spur to Action was available on level 7 on support heroes, and it was incredibly powerful. So, like, basically Spur to Action gave you free action economy when it came to manual combats and multiplayer, and so it was one of those things that, like, people were, oh my god, we have to come up with a solution for Spur to Action, and the solution that Winslay's group, kind of arrived at was, a limit of only one hero per combat. In Cody's group, they had a rule where if you used it, you had to set the ruler into defense mode. But this sort of like sent a flag up at Triumph, I think, where they were like, well, if we want to make champions a lot stronger, because right now, or, in the olden days, champions were kind of a joke. You really didn't need them for anyone other than maybe stability stacking on high, but you didn't even have to do that. There were definitely ways to make your economy work on high playing as Wizard Kings. But champions, they needed something, and so they got Spur to Action, but Spur to Action kind of still has the same problems that I think have been floating around in the underground of the auto-resolve for a really long time, where the logic in regards to the utilization of support abilities and free actions are just not good, and it causes the AI to do hilariously bizarre things. And we're gonna start this off by showing just sort of like the starter case, which is with a melee hero. The melee hero is not the absolute insanity that I got to see with the ranged hero, but the melee hero I think will probably still demonstrate a little bit of silliness for us, and then we'll explore it with the ranged hero in case you're like, well, alright, well, if we just observe this problem, then let's just start bringing ranged weapons, and then it won't be a big problem, right? Well, people, I don't know how to tell you this, but that's not true, and that's just the way it is. Oh, also, on maybe fixing the double stun bug, my suggestion right now is to think about it from the perspective of Slay the Spire. So when the Watcher dropped, my recollection is that Blasphemy began as a debuff, and it was just like insanely broken, and so they had to fix it by turning it into an air quotes buff. And so what I would suggest is thinking, is there a way to ask the AI to perceive a frozen, stunned, or immobilized unit as just being much, much, much stronger than it actually is? Because if the AI just perceives those units as a lot stronger, then it just won't waste time fighting them. And I don't think that would be too difficult to do, because it seems like you guys have that tool in your toolbox, but I don't dig in game codes. I exist in a different universe. All right, what are we doing here, Walker? We're gonna go watch Sir Robin bravely run away in a lot of fights. That's what we're gonna go watch. So I guess I'm not gonna try to do super sweaty EXP counting, but I'll pretend like we're kind of playing this game, and then we'll see what happens. So we're gonna click autoresolve, and then we're gonna like back it up and watch the fight, and then we'll see what happens with Sir Robin. Is Sir Robin our battle axe captain's guard melee unit who's here to, you know, rock and roll and dish out damage with his tier 2 battle axe? Is he gonna participate in combat and do cool stuff here? Or is he gonna like hang out in the backyard and throw command at units instead of attacking? Let's see. Let's find out. I think the funniest fail case here would be obviously like the activating the support unit. Okay, there's an awakened. Are you gonna waste your free action on the support unit? Yes! Oh baby! There was like it makes no sense that it's prioritizing these things because it's just doing so much extra damage to everybody's units at the beginning of the game with champions. It just makes your auto resolves a lot worse that it's behaving like this, and I do think it's representative of like the way that the AI is extremely high priority on support skills and free actions in an action economy. But it gets even worse as soon as we start getting into the free action ability when it's at level 3, which I don't know. I don't really feel like we need to watch the rest of this this melee thing. We can just pop over and load the barbarian thing and see if we can replicate the true madness that you saw. The reason behind this video. Everything is the reason behind this video. Alright, so in case it proves difficult to actually capture the hilarious fail case, I'll probably describe it after the fact. But I'll tell you that giving a ranged weapon to your hero unfortunately does not fix the problem in regards to like prioritization. It does fix the problem where sometimes your melee hero will get like really wildly out of place during auto resolves, and then like not only waste one turn moving around and doing a command, but waste a second turn moving back. So if you really do want to play with champions at home, I would consider very strongly bringing a ranged weapon right now, simply so that you can do a little bit more with your ruler rather than just having it wander around and like, you know, play field hockey while everybody else dies. So here we're gonna experiment with a ranged hero, and we're gonna see what happens whenever we get up to it's actually level 2 whenever we get spurt action these days, but it really kind of doesn't matter. Let's see. Is there a way for this start? It doesn't matter. We can just do it in multiple turns, Walker. You're doing bug testing. You're not playing this game. Focus. Jesus, please. God, I'm begging you. All right. We're level 2 here. It doesn't matter. We'll just wait until next turn. But there we go. We've got the decisive command. That's the one that's like the functional spurt action. And so now we have what should be like an incredibly powerful tool, but because of the issues in regards to auto-resolve, I'll tell you that spurt action actually wasn't as good in auto-resolve only as it was in multiplayer, and so I'm not surprised super duper much that this is an issue. But you know, it's okay. I think we can get it fixed. I hope we can get it fixed. I don't think it's gonna be too difficult because they got the Wizard King AI fixed. Like, this is again just like all of these videos are nonsense. Do not watch them. But like in the olden days, there was a bug with the Wizard King where like if you were playing with the Wizard King and Berserker Axe, then your AI would just like throw your melee hero to the very edge of battle where it would just like vibe, and it's incredibly similar behaviors, and that got fixed. So I think that the Triumph is going to be able to fix this, at least in the near to immediate future, but we'll have to find out. All right, right. Let's watch this fight. Let's go watch this fight, Walker. Let's see if you can get the Gloryshot. Oh my God. The real reason behind this video is a story that I really will tell you if we can't get it here. Let's see. Are you gonna play ball, AI? Are you gonna show me Tim and Eric? Awesome show, great job. Galaxy brain explosions. Let's see. So somebody needs to get close. That's what I want. And we have a bunch of melee, so I think someone will. All right, so cool, great. We are gonna have a 3 AP shot lined up. We could do like a gazillion damage here with this hero, right? If the AI realized that this was a good shot and took it, Whoa, we would demolish those Dark Warriors. I wonder what the AI is going to do. Let's see. It's going to run around. Okay, cool. It's going to use a stun. Sweet. What? What is... Yes! So what happened here was the AI had the ability to take a shot, also had the ability to just stand still and use the free action, right? It could have just stood right there and used the free action, and instead it ran way away, burned off 2 AP. So I think what's happening is that the AI is attempting to prioritize utilizing free actions first, which you'd think is like logically the thing that the AI should be wanting to do, because you know the free action is free and you use it and then you use the things that don't have AP. But the thing is that if you burn AP in order to utilize the free action, you are not using a free action. You are using an action that's costing you points, right? And it means that you end up with things like this, where these warriors probably are gonna take like 40 extra damage in this fight, because Sir Robin is an absolute goddamn coward. How dare you, Sir Robin? How dare you? So just like finish this up on a slightly more serious note, I do not intend to do another one of these videos for the near to immediate future. I just wanted to get some silliness out of me, and I felt like this would be a really fun format for me. And I will say that I think it has reinvigorated my love of making videos. So I don't know, like we'll see what happens in the near to immediate future, but I think we do need to make those tier list videos, and I think I do need to also play around a little bit with Oathsworn, because you know, like I didn't get DLC, but I kind of did not deserve it. Oh, right, let's finish this actually by talking about ruler AI. That was something you previewed in the beginning of the video, Walker. Maybe you should talk about it. So I think that there's probably ruler AI in Age of Wonders 4. I'd be kind of surprised if Triumph didn't have like some little flag to tell the AI that your ruler should behave slightly different from everybody else and try to preserve itself in combat. Because like just for for those 40 people in that focus group, they're just going to be frustrated when their ruler dies all the time, and so having an AI that's slightly higher self-preservation does make sense. That could be influencing the behavior here, like 100%. But it's one of those things that I think they can just dial it around and see like how do they come up with a solution that makes sense and doesn't like obliterate your other units in combat for no reason. But for now, I would say if you are thinking about playing in auto-resolve only or multiplayer, I would just not play with champions right now, and that's a shame, because like Triumph did so much work to make these guys better, but like I just don't want to experiment with them because I know that they're gonna demolish me. All right, that's Walker, bye.